I picked up something very recently where there was a discussion, and it was said that there is no moral justification for granting SC status to either Dalit Christians or Dalit Muslims because they have been rulers in the past, right? That there was an entire the British Empire, which gave Christians a lot of say, supposedly a lot of power. I don't know.
The British gave a lot of power to Brahmins, actually. The sanitary
Okay,
workers were maintained sanitary workers, Christians were doing menial jobs, and we were just like that. Missionaries only did good for us. British maintained the caste system, British maintained the status quo. There were some things given by them, like the depressed class reservation, that they only not give to Christians. No, they gave to everybody. No, it was blanket depressed class reservation. We were the first one to get the reservation in India, the affirmative action, right? And they gave the, in Madras presidency, they gave the political representation before 1920s itself. That we got, everybody got it, not just Christians, right? The British were treating us as Indians, not Christians or Hindus or Muslims or Dalits. Okay, Mohammedans, that's what they used to call, not like that. So everybody were Indians for them. And so another point is, see, in nowadays when they say I will not accept you as a SC, I think the only point of contention is sharing the reservation, sharing that, you know, percent of reservation what you have. That is where they are fighting. They're not saying okay, you're not this. So they're putting up all, they're bringing in all invalid, you know, arguments, or sometimes it is more inhuman arguments to call your brother who's still an untouchable in this country because I'm an untouchable. I you know what happened when I went to, you know, I'm a Christian. I went to Mathura. I went to, because I, you know, I used to travel a lot in UP. I went to this birthplace of Krishna, and as soon as I reached, I was like 18 years old, and this person didn't ask me whether you're Christian or a Muslim or Hindu. He asked me, Brahmin ho? The guy with the toupee, he said, Brahmin ho? And we were like, and then he said, don't touch the walls. He said, don't touch the walls, come inside and give us money. And that's the time, first time I'm like, okay, I am an untouchable. So he didn't ask my caste, religion. He only asked whether I'm Brahmin or not. The India is about, are you a Brahmin or not? And then Tamil Nadu is all about, are you a non-Dalit or a Dalit? So the religion is not a problem here. And then we have Christianity. We did not, you know, change to Christianity because, oh, it's a good, you know, we will get out of caste. We did not want to remain in a system which called us untouchables. We just want to get away from it, and we have all the reasons for it. And Constitution guarantees us to profess our faith and to, you know, to preach or profess. Constitution says that. And then within the church, I'm an untouchable. Within my church, the church which I stopped going to, where the church which my elders, my ancestors built, where they are, the Dalit women are made to sweep the church in the name of, you know, a congregation of Mary. And I'm like sitting and like, why so many years, for generation, only Dalit women sweep the church? Only Dalit women sweep the church. So that's when I saw that discrimination exists within the church. You have 18 dioceses, Catholic dioceses. In that, only 2 of them are Dalit bishops. And 70% of Christianity in, you know, in Tamil Nadu are Dalits. But we do not have, you know, there are places where are certain churches where we can't enter, and there are dual cemeteries. So you
dual
can't come in.
symmetries, you said.
Yeah, they're dual cemetery. In Trichy and all, you have 2 cemetery. And my cemetery, the one which my family, you know, gets it from the Britishers, we are in the last, the Madras, you know, the last part where the goats shit and the pigs shit, that is the place where we get buried in the whole of the cemetery. So I am a Dalit, but I converted because there is Dalit theology, there is suffering. You know, I see a God who's not super, but a God who does not, you know, steal things or whatever, a God who died for you. And then I see someone without clothes, he's been mocked upon, his clothes are auctioned. So I'm like connecting with that. I like it.